5 upsell offers that quietly annoy buyers, and what to pitch instead. A pushy upsell can turn a happy customer into a refund request. Here's how to spot the offers that backfire. You finally got the sale. The confirmation is queued, the download link is already loading, and then, before the buyer's dopamine even settles, you hit them with a second offer. That single moment is where a lot of creators quietly lose people who were seconds away from becoming repeat customers. An upsell isn't inherently sleazy. A mistimed, mismatched, or manipulative one is what turns a happy $19 purchase into a refund request, a 1-star DM, or a quiet unfollow. Below are 5 upsell patterns that reliably backfire, plus the pitch to run instead. The kind that makes buyers feel understood rather than worked on. Mistake. Firing the same offer at every buyer. If someone just bought your 12 template pack, they don't need the identical pitch you send the person who bought your $150 course. Yet a lot of creators run one universal upsell because it's easier to set up once and forget it. The problem: a buyer who spent $12 sees a $497 mentorship offer and reads it as tone deaf. You clearly don't know who they are or what they need next. That mismatch is what makes an upsell feel like spam instead of a suggestion. The fix is to build a small ladder instead of a single rung. List a low-effort companion product, a $9 on-pack, a template variant, a short bonus guide, and mention it right on the screen where the buyer already gets their download link. Since instant delivery means they're looking at that screen the moment trust is highest. Save the bigger, higher-touch offers, a membership, a coaching call, for buyers who've already bought your mid-tier or top-tier product, where the price gap actually makes sense. Mistake. Bundling the upsell so it hides what they wanted. This one shows up at checkout. Someone clicks buy on your $15 ebook, and the page defaults them into a complete bundle at $45, with the standalone option buried or pre-deselected. It works often enough that it keeps getting used. And it also generates a steady trickle of confused support messages and chargebacks from people who feel tricked into paying 3 times what they meant to. A buyer who feels bait and switched at checkout doesn't come back for a second purchase, no matter how good the bundle actually was. The fix. Keep the item they clicked on as the clear, selected default at its own price. Offer the bundle as an obvious add-on next to it, not a replacement underneath it. Add the workbook plus templates for $18 more reads as generous. A pre-selected upgrade that quietly triples the price reads as a trap, even when the math would have been a fair deal if you'd asked instead of assumed. Mistake. Countdown timers that reset every refresh. Urgency works. Real urgency. A countdown timer that says 2 minutes left, and then says 2 minutes left again when the buyer refreshes the page a day later isn't urgency. It's a lie the buyer catches in about 4 seconds. And once someone catches one fake deadline on your storefront, they stop believing anything else you say, including your actual return policy, your actual bonus, your actual limited cohort size. Swap fabricated countdowns for urgency you can actually stand behind. A real seat cap on a live webinar. A genuine end date on a discount code you send through a broadcast email, or a note that a bonus applies to the current cohort of a membership only. If the deadline isn't true, buyers will eventually find out, and the cost to your reputation is bigger than the sale you squeezed out of it. Mistake. Pitching a high-touch offer seconds after a low-ticket buy. Someone spends $9 on a template. 10 seconds later, on the same confirmation screen, they're asked to book a $300 one-on-one coaching call. The ask has completely outrun the trust that's actually been built. They don't know yet if the $9 is even any good, and now you want $300 for your time. This is the upsell equivalent of asking someone to move in after a first date. Sequence it instead. For a low-ticket buyer, the first upsell should be another low-ticket, adjacent item. Save the coaching call, the webinar seat, or the membership pitch for a follow-up message a few days later, once they've actually used what they bought and can feel the value. If you want to see exactly where people drop off in that longer sequence, the analytics available on the Pro plan will show you the real exit points instead of guesses, so you know whether the second offer is landing or getting ignored. Mistake. The post-purchase maze with too many doors. Upsell, then a downsell if they decline, then a cross-sell, then a wait, one more thing. Some checkout flows stack 4 separate offers between the sale and the thing the buyer actually paid for. Every extra screen is a chance for someone to bail, get confused about whether they already checked out, or simply get annoyed enough to request a refund out of principle. A buyer who has to click through a maze to get their file remembers the maze, not the product. One offer. One clear next step. Then get out of the way and deliver. If you're not sure what that looks like in practice, a live example store is a good reference point for how a single, well-placed offer sits alongside a clean checkout without turning it into an obstacle course. Does this offer's price roughly match the tier of what they just bought? Would I be comfortable if a buyer screenshotted this offer and posted it publicly? Is the urgency real? An actual seat limit or end date? Or did I fabricate it? Have I checked how this looks on mobile, where most buyers are checking out? Is there exactly one clear next step, not 3 competing ones? Am I making this offer because it genuinely helps them, or because I'm afraid of leaving money on the table? The upsell that converts is the one that feels like a recommendation from someone paying attention, not a script running on autopilot. Why this matters more than it seems. None of this means you should stop upselling. A well-matched offer is one of the fastest ways to grow your average order value without finding a single new customer. You're simply serving the people who already said yes once. The point is that the upsells worth running are specific, honest, and sequenced with some patience. And the ones worth cutting are the generic, deceptive, or badly timed ones that cost you far more in trust than they earn in revenue. If you haven't opened your store.fan yet, this is worth building in from day one rather than retrofitting after buyers start complaining. It's much easier to launch with a clean single offer than to walk back a maze of them later. Key takeaways. Timing beats copywriting. A great upsell offered at the wrong moment still flops. Match the upsell's price and effort to what they just bought, not to your biggest offer. Fake urgency, a countdown that resets on refresh, erodes trust faster than any single refund. One clean next step consistently outperforms 3 stacked offers. Your download screen and confirmation email are prime real estate. Don't waste them on noise. Start your creator store free at store.fan.